look at a quadratic function. What is a quadratic function? Till now you looked at a linear function and the linear equation of a straight line y is equal to mx plus b and all. So quadratic is slightly different, where the degree of the variable, it changes from 1 to 2, and you have a standard form of a quadratic function. What is the standard form of a quadratic function? It is f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Right? Ax square plus bx plus c is the standard form of a quadratic function, where this a, b and c are real numbers. A, b and c are real numbers. That is, they're constant values. It can be anything like 5, 7, 12, anything. And in this case, I have some decimal numbers. I'll show and tell you what is a. So this is the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c of a quadratic function. And we always have to make sure that this a is not equal to 0. Right? What happens if a is equal to 0? Suppose if a is equal to 0, this whole thing, 0, that a times means that is now a, suppose if it is 0, becomes 0 times x square plus bx plus c. So 0 times x square is 0 plus bx plus c. So this is no longer will be a quadratic function. It becomes a linear form. It is of the form of y is equal to mx plus b, right? So that's why we have to specify that the coefficient of x square, or this leading coefficient, should not be equal to 0. Okay, so that is the standard form. Now, I have a function here. This I got from the previous video where I showed the time. For a given time, what is the height? So, and you came up with the relationship between the time and the height, right? By plotting the graph, a scatter plot, and then the quadratic function. This is what you got. And now this is of the standard form of a quadratic function. F of x is equal to negative 0.83 x square plus 5.21 x plus 4.38. Okay, so now compare this with the function, with the standard form, that is, I have f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So tell me, what is the value of a now? In this, on comparing with this, your a is negative how much? Ax square is matching with negative 0.83 x square. X square and x square gone. So a is equal to negative 0.83. Good. Now bx is equal to 5.21x. This and that are matching. So my b value is 5.21 and this is c is 4.38. So those are the real numbers we are talking about. This a, b and c are nothing but numerical numbers. They are just regular numbers. They can be any type, like decimals, fractions, and positive, negative, it doesn't matter, right? But depending on these values of a, b and c, the graph of the function is going to change. I'll show you just now. Okay, this is one part we did. Now, you might have seen in the previous video, the graph of this function was looking like this, right? This is my x-axis, this is the y-axis. From this point here, the graph was 0 to 0. I'll have, this is my x, your y-axis, that was the time. And in this case, it is x and this is f of x. Okay. So you can see that the graph was, it went all the way up and came down, right? The shape of the graph of this quadratic function it is called as, the name is parabola, P-A-R-A-B-O-L-A. It is called as a parabola, and this graph is like an inverted U, and that the only reason for this inverted U is because of the value of this A. Okay, so when this A is negative, in this case your A is negative 0.83, so A is negative. So because A is negative, the graph is in the shape of inverted U. And this turning point, very important, this point where the turning is taking place is the vertex, and also that y value of that vertex gives you the maximum value of this function. The y value is going to be the maximum at this particular point. All this happens when your A is negative. Okay, good job. So next, take A is positive. If your A is positive, then the graph appears in the regular U shape. The graph of this quadratic function is a parabola, and it is opened upwards. So as it opened upwards, the bottommost line, the bottommost here, that is the vertex. And that particular y value of this vertex will give you the minimum value of the function. Okay, so from the vertex only, vertex whatever is the y coordinate, I'm telling you this x comma y, so this particular y value is the minimum. Remember, to get the minimum value or to get the graph like a regular U shape, this A has to be positive. Whenever your A is positive, it is up like that, and this is negative case. Okay, so this is the basic information about the standard form of a quadratic function. F of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, all right, thank you.